Hello, hi everybody. Welcome to Yoga for Anxious Types with me, Marina White Raven. Welcome to the regular people who are coming every day, and welcome to your brand new. Beautiful to have you here. So this practice is for everybody because I think we're all prone to some anxiety from time to time, and in particular in these times where everything is magnified. So I thought I would start with I was reading and looking and listening to Pema Chodran, the Buddhist nun, who's just written some beautiful teachings. And this is a lovely quote because I was thinking about how we perceive things. So this is what she says: we have a choice. We can spend our whole life suffering because we can't relax with how things really are, or we can relax and embrace the open-endedness of the human situation, which is fresh, unfixated, unbiased. Yeah, pretty intense, but really beautiful too. So I hope that that's interesting, helpful to kind of consider and think about. And the other thing, I've got lots of things today. I just feel like, yeah, is I usually pick a card every week, and this is what I have today. So maybe it's a good day to get outside, you know, wherever you are, or even if you have anything in your house, just like beautiful flowers or any plants. And I love this. I love these two little creatures at the bottom holding the heart, and this kind of friendly face of nature, retreating to nature. Anyway. And I'm also thinking about today a lot of focus on sound. So to start our sound off, the bell. Okay, so we're going to start actually with a rag doll. Yeah, so you come to standing, and actually we'll start standing. So find that lovely standing posture, feel your feet on the ground. We're not going to come to the ground, but I thought it'd be nice just to let ourselves melt into the ground. So we bend the knees, the feet and hips width apart, around about. We bend the knees, everything, feel it's just like softening. You're letting go of all of that kind of having to keep yourself together. We're just going to let it all go. So the chin is coming to the chest, the head is heavy, the hands are sliding down the leg, the knees are starting to bend. You feel the weight of the head pulling you down. Keep breathing. Maybe do a few sighings out for the mouth. Take your time to just melt. Knees are bent, most important. And let's let the hands reach the ground. Just let everything melt even more. Just let yourself hang there. Then we just have a little bit of a swing. You might want to hold your elbows. You might want to just let yourself swing side to side. Breathe in through the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth. Yeah, just let everything go. Let it all go. And then, however you wish, you may be able to bring your bottom down, hold on to yourself. Extend your legs out in front. We're going to lie down. And we're going to melt into this as well. So a little bit of effort before we lie down. So legs are stretched in front of you. Extend the fingertips towards the toes. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, just slowly as you can, but keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. We're just going to melt into the ground. Just let it all go so that when you are laying down, you can just let your arms flop out to the side, just let yourself flop onto the ground. There's nothing to do right now apart from practice with me. So let's just give ourselves to the practice. Once we're on the ground, let's take a moment to close your eyes, feel your body on the ground. Put some space between the feet if there's not space already, space between the heels. Arms away from the body, palms facing the ceiling or sky. And keep the chin slightly tucked in. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. And just place your hands on your body. You might be really drawn immediately. Oh, my hands on my belly, or hands on the heart, or two different areas. Or maybe you may need to take a moment just to feel into that and feel, okay, where do I feel that I need a bit more attention? And actually just placing your hands on that part, the thighs, might be the chest, belly, hips, might be the eyes, might be the head, wherever it is, just placing your hands, just taking time to investigate and find, where do I need that extra bit of attention, that healing? Close your eyes and place your hands on that part of the body. And just feel your breath is going to those areas. So breathing in and out through the nostrils. And if you're feeling very tense, take a few out breaths through the mouth, breathing in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, feel you're creating some space around these tense. Usually, the areas might be either tense, or they might be feeling a bit numb, like a bit just nothingness, or they might be feeling some kind of pain, or they might be feeling unsettled. So we're just going to give them a bit of space to these areas of the body. Might be feeling a bit stuck, a bit sticky. And then you can either keep your hands on your body or you can take them away. We're just going to chant the mantra Om 3 times, just so we can really vibrate this whole system, the body, the physical body, and the energetic system, and the nervous system, with some sound vibration. So take a deep breath in through the nostrils and making the big sound of Om. Open the mouth wide, long, loud Om. And do it 2 more times, breathing in through the nostrils. One more time. Choose the pitch that feels right for you. So it might be higher or lower than this. So breathe in deeply. And again, breathe in through the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth. And make the mouth almost like a straw, so you're making that breath, that out breath, very slowed down. So breathing in through the nostrils. Breathing out through the mouth, making that small little O. Again, breathing in through the nostrils. Breathing out through the mouth. Good. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully we're just kind of starting from the ground and feeling the ground through that vibration. And let's just engage with the body and see if we can work with that space that we've hopefully created and make it and expand it even more. So we're going to expand the whole body by bringing the legs together, bringing the arms above the head and extending, pointing the toes, extending the fingers away, breathing in, creating lots of space and breathing out. By releasing that out breath and breathing out fully, we create even more space. So we're going to take one side at a time now. So take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Relax the right side now. Breathe into the left side of the body. And as you breathe out, you're going to push that left heel away on the ground. Notice how I'm really lifting my toes towards me. And you're going to just gently pull on that left wrist. Not yanking, not really forcing. It's just pulling, gently guiding. So we're getting longer in that left side. You might even find that hand is going over the head on the ground. So we get like this banana-y shape. And let your head roll over to the right to give that even more space and open up the side, left side of the neck. Breathe in. Breathing in is just breathing in. You're just giving breath to the body. And on the out breath is when we make the effort, pushing the heel away, maybe even tensing the left buttock slightly and just opening up that left shoulder. Breathe in one more time. And release that left wrist. Oh, that feels much nicer. Oh, that's lovely. So we want to level this up now. So take hold of the right wrist with the left hand and push that right heel away. Don't forget to relax the left side of the body. So you might just want to rock that left leg side to side just to remind it to relax now. Breathing into the right side of the body. And as you breathe out, push that right heel away, pulling gently on that right arm, bringing it, lifting it up upwards and over the head. So we're opening up that whole of the side. It's getting lovely and long there. Let the head roll over to the left. So we're creating lots of space for that shoulder as well. Breathing in strongly. Fill the body with air, space. And as you breathe out, just create that length. Breathe out long. One more breath in. And release that right arm. Just relax the legs. Make sure the arms are on the ground. So you might need to widen them a little bit. Wiggle the fingers. Maybe just tense and release the hands. This is a great, really good way to release tension. It's just this kind of, if you really need a quick fix, just take the top edge of tension off, you've got something important to do and you feel a bit worried. Just this, and it brings our attention to the body as well. So, breathing in through the nostrils. Breathing out also through the nostrils, bring the arms up over the head and they end up alongside the body. At the end of the out breath. So we're really keeping our mind occupied here. Although it's very slow, it's really about keeping that mind occupied. So our mind is occupied with keeping the breath and the movement synchronized. And the movement is smooth and even, and the breath is smooth and even as we can make it. So gradually you'll find your breath hopefully will become longer, deeper, and more even. Both the breath in and the breath out. In and out through the nostrils. And add something in now. So even breathing in, lifting the arms up. Leave the arms on the ground, so really expanded. And as we breathe out, we're going to contract. So we're going to draw the knees up to the body. So you need to push the back into the ground to keep that support. Squeeze the knees into the body. Breathing in, extend the heels up to the sky. Breathing in, lengthen the back of the legs. Breathing out, bring the knees into the body. So you're really pulling them in. You might even find your bottom comes off the ground slightly. And breathing in, so expansion, take the legs away. Some of you might want to slide the feet away if that feels too much for your back. And breathing out, bring the hands back. So that's one whole cycle. And do this in time with your breath, so you might be a bit faster. Inhaling, arms come up. Exhaling, draw the knees up into the body. Inhaling, push the feet up to the sky. Exhaling, draw the knees into the body. Inhaling, take the legs away, leave them on the ground. Exhaling, bringing the arms up over the body, and they reach the ground. And they begin again, breathing in. Arms coming up, expansion. Breathing out, push the back into the ground, draw the knees up towards your body. Breathing in, extend the backs of the legs, push the heels to the skies. Breathing out, bring the knees in. Breathing in, extend the legs away. Breathing out, the arms come back. We're going to do one more of these. Keep your mind occupied, breathing in. Keep your focus on your breath, breathing out, draw the knees in. Breathing in, expand, breathing out, draw the knees in again. And breathing in, extend the legs, breathing out, draw, bring the arms back to the sides. So let's just hug the knees now. Give them a little bit of a rock, of a roll. And then we're going to see if we can, usually, you can do either way. So we usually do these circles holding the knees. So you can do that, drawing a big circle, keeping the knees together, drawing a big circle with the knees, drawing a circle on the ground with the body, or you can do it hands free. Let's see how that feels. Might feel a little bit more effort on the abdominals. It's also stirring things up a little bit. For anything like me, I'm holding I hold my tension usually often in the belly. And this is like stirring that up a little bit. Yeah. Getting engaged with that. Then taking the other direction. So you can, if this feels doesn't feel so good, you can choose. You can guide those knees with the hands if that feels better. Otherwise, just taking those circles with the knees on their own. Yeah. Okay. And then hug the knees once more. Extend the legs and arms to the ceiling. Just rotate the wrists and ankles. Just looking at these lovely hands and feet. And legs that are raised up above you, and feel that your back is really nicely supported by the ground. Go in the other direction with the ankles and wrists. Then we bend the knees again, hug the knees. What I was doing. Okay. Yes. Oh, yes. I knew it was something fun. So we take the hands in between the knees now, And we take the first two fingers and wrap them around the big toes. Now you know what's coming if you're familiar with this. Happy baby. And this is so lovely. And you can really be free with this, you know. So your knees are bending. You're taking hold. Your legs could be anywhere. They might be, you know, if you've got more flexibility, your knees will be getting close to the ground. Otherwise, just play around with this, rock and roll around. Just enjoy that feeling, and you'll find, particularly if you move quite freely and just follow your body, that it will free up a lot of tension, which we, you know, particularly in this where the leg connects to the spine. That psoas muscle is holding often. This is often a real key to releasing overall tensions that are held in different parts of the body. So we need to breathe to give that some space, and we need to just move a little bit more freely, maybe in circles, not so much straight lines, and just find and play around a little bit. Okay, that was kind of fun. So now we're going to rock along, lift the spine, holding behind the knees. Let's play a little bit. Let's enjoy ourselves. You're allowed to smile, and you can even laugh. This gives you a little bit of a chuckle, and then roll up to seated. Okay. So now we are seated. Don't forget, if you want to put a cushion underneath your bottom, you can do that. I thought we'd do a couple of things here. So I'm going to do a lion, again, just to get in, so there'll be lots of sound and making sound, releasing, and just acknowledging our sound in ourselves. So we'll do a lion. We'll do this actually without stretched legs. Give our legs a little bit of a stretch. Whatever's comfortable for you. Again, sitting on a block or a cushion if you want to. So we breathe in, and as we breathe out, okay, so the toes are pointing up to the sky, and we really take the fingers out, make that a strong action, and the tongue is out, the eyes are wide, and this rasping sound in the throat. Okay, let's try it again. Inhale strongly. Good, let's try it again. Breathe in. Yeah, be fierce. One more time. Take a really deep breath in. Good, and then we come back to cross-legged, or whatever's comfortable for you, as long as you're even. And then we're just going to stir things up a little bit, stir up that pot. Again, talk about this area, it tends to be kind of, there's so much going on here that loosening and freeing it up can release a lot of things. So we're going to do these sort of circles. Breathe, so the important thing is that we lengthen the spine. Always, actually, is that we lengthen the spine, and I always think a good point of focus is the sternum, the heart, lifting that and letting the shoulders sink down and back away from that. So you'll feel immediately your abdominals have to work. Inhale. As you exhale, you're leaning forward with a straight back, and as you inhale, you're going around to the right and then back, leaning back, and then breathing out is the forward part of the circle. So we're making a circle. The inhaling is leaning back, and the exhaling coming forward, breathing in and out through the nostrils. So keep the shoulders down, keep the back really straight. It's like we're pivoting around on the base of the spine, also getting a little bit of movement and kind of lubrication in the hip joints. But keep lifting the heart. Imagine this beautiful circle that the heart is drawing, and then come back to center. Breathe in. Let's make this time, as we go around, we're going to make the out breath a humming sound. So breathe in. As you breathe out, if you like imagery, you can imagine like a humming bee is just circling around, you know, doing this business. We'll do one more of those. Breathing in and breathing out, forwards. Keep lifting the heart, keep lengthening the spine. Come to stillness for a moment. Breathe in through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. Lots of sound making. So we're going to come into all fours for this lovely kind of opposing actions, which help to integrate the body and the energies. Breathing in with the right arm and the gaze, the eyes are coming forwards, and the left leg in a lovely straight line. And breathing out, bring that right hand and left knee down. Breathing in, extend those fingers forward. Look forward with your gaze, extend the right leg back, and breathing out, coming down. So you're going to continue this in time with your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Checking, really important, that the hands that you're balancing on have that elbow nice and soft. Otherwise, what might happen is you might end up, locking the elbow, and then you put too much pressure on the wrist. The shoulder sort of shoots forwards, and it's just like, yeah, you're basically using the lock, and you're not using the muscles, which is not very good. Breathing in, looking forwards. Change the point of view, change your perspective. Breathing in, extend from fingertip to toe. Breathing out, release. Keep everything soft and fluid as you breathe out. Everything is softening into the ground. Elbows are nice and springy. Breathing in, extend. Breathing out, coming down. One more either side, breathing in. Full expansion, breathing out, coming down. And one more this side, breathing in. And breathing out. And we get a little rest as a reward. So sit your bottom back into your heels, extend the arms forward, bring your forehead to the ground. Or, as always, you can rest the back of the head on the hands. Also, if you're finding your bottom is a long way away from your ankle, from your heels, you can place a cushion or many cushions between there to make it more restful. Otherwise, it doesn't feel good. It will change over time. It really does. I've seen it happen with people, but you need to persist. Keep practicing, keep practicing. Breathing in through the nostrils, breathe out through the mouth. Feel the back ribs expand as you breathe in. Feel everything release and soften into the ground as you breathe out. So we're going to extend the arms forward, spread the fingers wide, engage with the ground. Breathing in, come up to all fours. We're going to come into downward dog. So get ready for that. Breathing in, tuck the toes under. Breathing out, lift the knees off the ground. Push back with the hands. Look back towards the feet. The head is coming towards the ground. Keep the tummy tucked in. And let's just walk the dog a little bit by bringing that right heel down, bending the left knee. Bringing the left heel down, bending the right knee. Keep the space between the shoulders. So keep taking those shoulder blades away from each other. Keep the body long by keeping the tummy tucked in. Keep the spine long. Breathe in and out through the nostrils. Breathe into the chest. Good. So you can have a rest if you need to now. But if you want to stay here, if you can manage that, take a small side step with the left foot. So it's coming towards the right. Then make that really stable for lifting the right leg up to the ceiling or the sky. Really point that high. Make yourself really long, and then bring that right leg down. Now lift the left leg up, lifting that leg. This is going to get a bit of energy moving around, a bit of heat. Really push back with the hands, extend the leg, and then bring it back down. So if you're still on the ground, come back up to downward dog. Then we're going to walk the feet towards the hands. Let the body hang with the knees bent, ragdoll, back to ragdoll. Yeah, feels good. Let the head hang. Relax the neck. Maybe just to check that, just make the movement with your neck that you would make if you were saying no. So you're just letting that kind of, giving it weight, giving it some release. Let the body hang there. Knees are bent. Legs are taking the weight. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Now feel that little bit of energy sparking in the base of the body, and it's starting to want to lift you up. But keep the knees bent as long as you can. Slowly unfurling, slowly uncurling. Keep the knees bent. So the knees will come forward if you keep them bent, and then the thighs will come forward, and then the hips and the belly, and the chest. Unfurling like a little flower there. Good work. Well done. We've made it to standing. Okay. So let's just breathe in, lift the shoulders up, and out through the mouth. Good. Breathing in, lift the shoulders up. Release out through the mouth. One more of those. Breathing in and out through the mouth. Good. And now we're going to energize. So working with that energy we've just stirred up. Bring the legs, side of the legs together. Bring the arms up, breathing in, lift the heels off the ground and lift up. Keep the breath in, hold the breath in as you're holding and squeezing everything together, and then breathing out, slowly bring the arms down and bring the heels down to the ground. Okay, let's try that again. Do a couple more of these. So bring the sides of the feet together, squeeze the legs together, breathing in, lift the heels off the ground, lift the arms up, inhale, inhale to the top, hands are coming together above the head, stretch up to the ceiling, hold the breath in, and breathe out slowly through the nostrils as you slowly lower the arms down. Really make that slow and steady. Rather than whooshing it out, keep a little bit of a control, like a valve. Breathing in all the way up. Stretch up. Bring the hands together. Squeeze the hands together. Squeeze the legs together. Hold the breath in and then breathing out. So much release. When we take the control of that squeezing, this can really bring a lot more ease into the body, which obviously comes into the mind as well. Quick little things, they're very quick fixes. So, yes, we'll also just give ourselves a little bit of a body awareness, body thumping, energizing. So we're going to pummel the lower back. Oh, yes. So any little bits of numbness or pain, we're just going to give that little bit of energizing. That's so it can move. And then taking the knuckles on the lower back and just igniting the subtle energy of the body, the kundalini, the prana, getting that to raise up through the body. Good. Then just rotate those wrists, shake them out. Good. Rub the palms together, shake out, and then just pummel the chest with the stiff fingers, straight fingers. Keep the knees nice and soft. So don't stiffen up the legs. If that's a habit of yours, keep noticing whether you're doing it. And just keep, over time, you will not do that. It's not good to lock the knees. Using the strength of the body instead. Come to the center. Maybe make a sound again. Lots of sound today. Breathing in through the nostrils. The side body. It's kind of fun thing to do. Okay. And just the cheeks. Just get the cheeks and the jaw. So much tension in the jaw. And just pull the ears a little bit. Just tugging around the ears. Give them a little squeeze. Okay. And now for the release. So we can just blow out the cobwebs. The ha, ha, ha breath. My new invention. Breathing in. Lift the arms up. Full in breath. And then ha, ha, ha. As you swing the arms down and release everything out from the mouth. Of course, you can always do the old version, which is just ha, but why not do more than that? Ha ha ha! See how it feels? You might end up getting into a little bit of a fit of the giggles, and that's really good. Ha ha ha! Particularly if you're on your own, it kind of feels even more silly, which will make you laugh even more. Breathing in, look up, breathing out. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Okay, and then just let the arms, let the feet be wide apart, and just swing the arms. It's just kind of like a little bit like an ape. Bent knees, just swinging, leaving the arms heavy, and slowly come to a stop. And also, there's just one more thing, I have to do this, Tai Chi twists. I love these so much, they're so good and loosening. Feet are a nice wide distance apart, knees are nice and soft, and we're just going to twist the body centrally, let the arms swing heavily around the body. Bend the knees, keep them really energized. Let the backs of the hands pop into the lower back. Just remembering that energy boost we've given ourselves and slowly come to a stop. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to come into Warrior One. So we come towards the back of our mat. Feet are in a kind of a little V shape. Space between the heels. Put the weight on the left foot and take a big step forward with the right. Big step. Now we're going to take that right hip back, left hip forward. Hips are level. Push back into that back heel before we've even started. Breathing in, lift the arms up. There's space between the hands, like as if there was a football there. And the shoulders are relaxed down away from the ears. So we open the chest. Everything is kind of working dynamically here. And the back of the neck is really long to begin with. Breathing in. As you breathe out, you're going to bend into that right knee. And as you bend into that right knee, I want you to also at the same time think about, with equal emphasis, pushing back into that back heel. So these forces are moving away from each other. So we get that dynamic, which helps the balance, helps us focus on our strength, feel a sense of the center here, base of the body, drawing up that pelvic floor, that mula bandha, extending the fingers to the skies. You can look up to where the fingers are if you feel that that's interesting for you. Also, this looking up helps to lift the heart a little bit as well and lengthen the front of the body. If you want to try that, your balance is okay. Breathe. Breathe deeply. Keep that weight even between the feet. Keep bending into that front knee. Keep the body upright. Don't let it bend forwards. Keep the arms up by the ears. Use the inhale to come up. Lower the arms on the exhale. We're going to come into a forward bend over the straight leg. Straight, not locked. So I have to, remind myself constantly, unlock the knee, unlock the knee. And notice when you lock the knee and you push it back, it kind of deadens it. I can't even feel the feet, feel my foot properly. Whereas I soften, I don't even see that muscle engages. I feel engaged. So you can come into a forward bend by holding the back if you feel like you need extra support, or extended if you feel your back is strong enough. Always think about strengthening the abdominals in this position because the back is vulnerable. Breathing out all the way down. Making contact with the ground, or if you can't make contact with the ground, if you're a bit away from it, put something in between your ground and your hands so that you make contact. Very important. You have the front knee slightly bent to begin with. And then we're going to try and lengthen that leg by pushing the emphasis on the big toe of the right foot. And we're going to extend and feel that that right sitting bone is lifting away from the big toe and the toe is pushing down away from that right sitting bone, lengthening that front leg. And you can let your body just come down to the leg. Work with your breath, breathing into the nostrils, breathing out through the nostrils really long. Good. Now bend into that knee, walk the hands back up the leg, nice and easy. Bend into the right knee a lot so that you can spring back to the back of the mat. Give everything a little shake. In fact, let's just do a little bit of a resetting. So knees are nice and soft, bendy. You're also adding in lifting the heels off the ground and letting everything, just shaking it up a little bit. Yeah. Power of shaking. Very good practice, actually, shaking. Good. Put the weight onto the right foot. Take the left foot forward, big step. Adjust the position if you're finding yourself a little bit unbalanced. Think about the back foot. The foot's pointing quite forwards here. See it better. That's better. Put the right hip forward, left hip back. Now push into that back heel to begin. You notice when you push into that back heel how that right buttock has to work. Now breathing in, lift the arms up above the head, extending through the arm but keep the shoulders down. Lift the chest. When you lift the chest, you feel your abdominals working. Breathe in. As you breathe out, you're going to bend into that left knee. Don't forget that connection between the left knee going forwards, right heel going back. It's like a bow and arrow, or the bow actually, just the bow. That kind of dynamic tension, really. We're creating this dynamic, and it keeps everything strong but not rigid because everything is constantly moving away from each other. Take the right hip forward, left hip back. Extend the arms up. They should be by the ears. You find if your arms go forward, your body will end up coming forward. We don't want that. A different position altogether. All the time, keeping everything dynamic, active, and we fuel that with the breath. So make it strong. Look up at the hands, the space between the hands, the sky, the ceiling. Keep thinking about the position of the hips. Keep extending everything from your center. Draw up your pelvic floor, your mula bandha. Make yourself stable, strong warrior. Come up on the inhale. Lower the arms on the exhale. Now bend into that left knee and spring yourself back of the mat. Give the legs a good old shake. Okay. So before we come into our next posture, we're just going to give ourselves a little moment here just to soften everything a little bit. And also with the next posture, we're going to do a balance, and it's going to be dancer, so it really needs to open the chest a little bit. So again, checking your knees, looking down at your toes. With the toes, place them down. Feel that connection. So Hands at the heart center, breathing in, you're going to open the hands wide, lift the chest, and as you breathe out, you're going to bring the hands back to center. Breathing in, lift your eyes, lift your chest, open your heart, take the fingers back, breathing out. Good. Breathing in. And this is really opening everything up. You know, this really relates to the Pema Chodran quote at the beginning, really opening to the reality. What is here for us? And often if we kind of keep our barriers up, defend ourselves, we can often miss out on so much beauty, learning, abundance, opportunity, connection, the things we really, really want. So yeah, it's an invitation to expand your receptivity, open the heart. Good, one more of these, breathing in, big, expansive, inhale, inspiration, like that flame, and as you breathe out through the nostrils, bring the hands back to the heart center. Just take a moment there to stand. Close your eyes for a moment, keep the knees nice and soft, lift the toes, place them down, feel the ground beneath you. Support of the ground is there. Can you feel it? Yes. We have the earth beneath us, we came from this earth, we are part of this earth. So the sense of that energy that is feeding us all the time. You feel a sense of your heart. Breathe into that heart space and just breathe out through the mouth, release any tension in the heart. Drop the hands. So balance, dancer, good balance, challenging balance. Don't forget you can always hold on to furniture if you're finding it difficult to balance, feeling unbalanced. And you can also not go to the full posture. We start off on the left foot. I'm going to lift the right foot off the ground. Standing knee bent, just to keep that center of gravity lower. Take hold of the right foot in the right hand. If you're not able to take hold of the foot, you've got a trouser leg there, you can hold on to that. Or you can use a strap or even the cord of a bathrobe. It's quite good. But usually there's enough trouser leg if you have a trouser on. So you can also hold the foot on the inside, which is what I'm going to do. Keep the knees level, so just check, and that will give you a nice bit of an opening on the front of the thigh and the front of the hip. Breathe in, lift the left hand up, lift the fingers to the sky, to the ceiling, and as you breathe out, you're going to lean forwards, not just taking your arm forward, but the whole body's going to lean forwards. Leaning forwards. As you do that, connect the thumb and the first finger, this extended hand, extend those fingers out like a little sun. And then the final part, changing the where you're looking is challenging. So keep your eyes focused on something. And then you start taking the heel away from the buttock. And as if the toe is being lifted up to the sky. Opening the chest, breathing. Shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And breathing out. Bring the heel to the buttock again. Breathing in and then breathing out, lower that left hand down. Yeah, sometimes the different sides of the body on different days, the balance is more challenging. And it's good to notice that as well. So we'll try the other side. Put the weight onto the right foot. Take some time to really ground that foot down, making sure you're not gripping. Slowly lift that left foot off the ground. Hold on to the foot on the outside. With this inside grip, the thumb goes back. Good. Knees are level. Try and get the shoulders level as well. You need to take that left shoulder forwards. Breathing in, lift the right arm up. Extend the fingers to the ceiling, to the sky. And as you breathe out, that arm's coming forward and the body's joining in. It's leaning forwards, pivoting from the hips. Connect the thumb and the first finger and extend the other fingers out. So really extending that arm forwards where you're going. And then start to take the heel away from the backside. Opening the chest. Front of the body's really open. Breathe deeply. The more you kick up with that left leg, it's more effort, it's stronger, but your balance will be helped by that dynamic. Good. Use the inhale to come up. Use the exhale to lower the arm down. And slowly lower that left leg down. Let's just give everything a little shake. Rotate the wrists. Breathe in. Through the nostrils, breathe out through the mouth. Okay. Let's come into a ragdoll again. So, how does it start? Feet, first of all. Notice the feet, lift the toes, place them down. Soften the knees, and bend a little bit. So everything is more relaxed, and we're going to just let everything melt and soften. So the hands are on the thighs there. It's like, just let go. It's like, give up. Give up the body to the ground. The head gets heavy, the chin comes to the chest. You feel the weight of the head just pulling you down to the earth. Let the arms hang forward. Keep breathing in and out. Let the arms just, I like to have the feeling of the hands reaching the ground and they're just releasing and relaxing. There's no tension in the arms and there's no tension in the head or the neck. The head is just falling forwards. The knees are bent. So the tension or the effort, if you like, is in the legs. When the knees bent, the thighs have to work. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Let's just have a little walk with the hands. So walking around to the left a little bit, see how that feels. Walking back to the center. Walking the hands around to the right a little bit, see how that feels. What does that feel like? What part of the body is feeling that? What part of the body is being challenged? Now let the head and the arms go once more. So if you're holding onto your elbows, let go of them. Leave the head heavy. Keep the knees bent. And let's imagine this beautiful sunshine we have is in the base of the body. And it's just traveling up through the spine, cleaning it up, burning up anything we don't need, refreshing, revitalizing, creating space, energy. It's like a little flower. The stalk is growing up in the head, like this beautiful, big, expressive flower. Yeah, what is your flower like? Okay. Once you're standing, breathing in, lift the arms, shoulders up, and out through the mouth. All about the release. And again, let's try that again. Breathing in, and out through your mouth. Good. So, let's see where we are now. Let's do this little moment of connection. So we're going to be doing this all together right now. If you're doing this live with me, bring the hands to the heart center. Dropping the hands down. Opening the hands out to the side, to the inside of the arms. It's kind of vulnerable, soft part. It's like very open. And as we breathe in, we're going to lift the eyes, lift the heart, lift the hands up, up, up. Bring the hands together. And as you breathe out, your eyes and your hands come to the heart center. We bring all of our focus into the heart center. Knees are soft all the time. Lift the toes, place them down. Drop the hands, maybe even drop the gaze, and lift the gaze as the hands come up. Bring the hands together, breathing out, bringing the gaze back to the hand. You see them landing on the heart. It's beautiful. Yeah, breathing in. Now just opening yourself up, increasing your receptivity to the reality, to yourself, your deeper, reliable, constant part of yourself. Whatever you want to call that, and connecting to that, maybe even speaking or listening to that part. What do you really need today? Reaching up for that, just to help you, support you through this day, through this times. What do I need? Do I need love, friendship, support, peace, rest, energy, reassurance? Just what do I need? Just let yourself, maybe it's a word or a feeling or a phrase that you say to yourself, but also feel what goes with that. Feel the feelings as sensations in the body. Where does that hit you? Where does that land in you, in your body? One more, breathing in. Bringing all of that into your heart center. Yeah. The deep wisdom of the heart. And just bring your hands together, even pressure between the hands. Thumbs gently pressing into that heart center. Like a reminder, close the eyes, keep the knees nice and soft if they're not, if they're locking up again. And breathe into the heart space strongly, expanding the chest, and as you breathe out, just releasing everything, softening, releasing any tension, letting go of any numbness or pain. Often when we engage with that heart space, sometimes there can be a few little bits of rubble in there, or some numbness or some tiredness or pain. Just address it and acknowledge it. It just needs acknowledgement. We all need acknowledgement to be seen and heard, and that happens within us as well. You know, allowing whatever is. Good. And dropping the hands down. Okay. Yes, we're going to just do a few of these little sun salutes just to get that energy now moving around, because that might have brought up something for you. And I want to allow it to move and transform. So breathing in. Oh, start with the feet hips width apart. Parallel, just to check to remind you. Some of you may know that already. Lift the toes, place them down. Knees are soft. Breathe in, lift the arms up, bring the palms together, look up. As you breathe out, the knees are bending, the face is coming forward, the chest, the fingertips reach the ground. Breathing out. Now, push up through the feet to straighten the legs. The hands come onto the shins, just below the knees. And then your eyes lift up and the heart comes forward and the shoulders go back. That's inhaling, strong belly. Breathing out, forward bend with straight legs, looking at the toes. Bend the knees a lot more now, so that when you breathe in, you lift your eyes, you push up through the feet, you lift your hands to the heavens, bring the hands together, and then breathing out, lower the hands down. That's one cycle. Breathing in all the way up, but go a bit faster. Breathing out, bend the knees, fingertips come to the ground. Breathing in, straighten the legs, back, arms, chest comes forward, eyes come forward. Breathing out, forward bend, straight legs, it's a strong one. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in all the way up, push up through the feet, lift the eyes, lift the hands, lift the breath. Breathing out, arms come down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Fingertips to the ground, knees bent. Straighten the legs, arms back, chest comes forward, eyes come forward, breathing out, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in. Inspiration, up to the ceiling, up to the sky. Breathing out, arms coming down. Good. Smile, like you're enjoying it. Breathing in, breathing out, knees bend, fingertips come to the ground, look at the ground. Breathing in, look forwards, heart forwards, hands on the, just below the knees. Breathing out, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in all the way up. Be inspired by that inhale, inspiration. Breathing in, inspiration, strong. Breathing out, soft, receptive, coming to the earth. Breathing in, strong, strong belly, strong back. Breathing out, forward bend. One more, breathing up, bend the knees. Breathing in all the way up. Reach up. Breathing out, arms come down. One more, so we're going to come down into a forward bend. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, knees are bending, fingertips come to the ground. The chest is being given to the toes there. Breathing in, straighten the legs, arms back. Look forwards, heart forward, shoulders back. Breathing out, long, slow out breath. Forward bend. If you are finding it, if your hands are away from the floor, put something on the ground to make contact with the ground. Otherwise, that's not fun. Let the toes, place them down. Notice where the weight is in the feet. Take the chest and imagine, again, this is the dynamic that we're looking at. The middle of the chest is coming down towards the space between the big toes, and the tail, the base of the spine, is lifting in the opposite direction up to the sky. Have that feeling. So rather than looking at the knees, we've kind of given up then. Instead, just the chest wants to come forward. It's a very different feeling. You'll feel that abdominals have to engage, the back is supported, and you really have to work a little bit here. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. So soften the knees now. Maybe breathing in, arm on the fingertips, look forwards. And as you breathe out, you're going to put the weight onto the left foot, left hand, and step back a big step with the right foot. Big step. And then you're going to step back with the left foot into a plank. Good. So the chest is above the hands, you'll see, not my face. Okay, so this is strong body. If you find this is too much, just bring your legs or knees to the ground. You're still having to work quite hard there. Otherwise, see if you can just sustain that for a little bit longer. Breathe. Come on, you can do it. And now come down to the ground, either using the strength in your arms, or you can put your knees on the ground and lower yourself down like that. And then take a rest. Rest on the side of the head. The arms go back. Just let it go. Breathe in through nostrils. Other sigh. Really allow your breath to be fully expressive. You can feel the belly expand against the ground as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, how the body relaxes. Just take your attention to that. The movement of the body, which is created by the breath, by your breath. Expand and fill yourself like a balloon. And an out breath slowly and smoothly through the nostrils. So it's like deflating. And see if you can squeeze all the breath out. Good. So a lot of things we're doing today are really about engaging, triggering the vagus nerve, which controls the nervous system, and it takes us into the recovery mode, parasympathetic nervous system. And there are things that really help that are the out breath, also humming, making sound. There are other things that do that. Actually, one thing, a good little tip is just splashing your face with water. That's something that really helps as well. If you're needing a quick fix, but this is what we're doing today to take our body into recovery, because it's so often our pattern is that it's in the other way. It's in the sympathetic nervous system, and it's just in fight, flight, or freeze mode. So I'm going to bring the hands forwards, back bend, open the front of the body. Bring the forearms to the ground. The fingers are in line with where your eyes are when you wiggle them. And come onto your forehead. Make sure the shoulders are down away from your ears and the hands are not all stuck up beside you. Give space. They'll probably be off the mat, actually. Spread the fingers wide. Now we're not pushing into these arms. As you breathe in, you're going to lift the eyes, nose, chin, chest off the ground. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Neck is long. And the chest is coming forwards. But we're not really putting any weight there. Instead, we have to use the back of the body. So this is a back bend, but always, any kind of back bend or twist, we're always focusing on the lengthening. So how are we lengthening here? Well, the chest is coming forwards and upwards, shoulders back. We also have a little bit of attention in the abdominals to make sure we support the lower back. There's a strong sense there. One more breath in. Now we put the weight into the forearms and lower ourselves down with the strength in the arms. Rest down on the other side of the head, or whichever side feels it needs it. You can always place your head on the backs of your hands if that feels better for you, better for your neck. It's up to you. So we're going to do either the same thing. If you want to try a stronger back bend, then we have Cobra, which, you know, if you feel like, oh, my back's too weak, Cobra is actually a really good thing to strengthen it, but only if it's practiced with care and caution. So bring the legs together, and then maybe just let the feet, the heels fall out to the side so the toes are pointing towards each other. This is to prevent you using the buttocks too much. Slide the hands back so they're more or less level with the shoulders. Keep the elbows tucked in, so shoulders are down away from your ears. Come onto the forehead. We start the same as we did for Sphinx. Breathing in, lifting the eyes, nose, chin, chest. I'm not pushing into the hands at all. First of all, using the strength of the back, and then when I've got to that point, breathing out, the next inhale, I push into the hands. Also checking that shoulders aren't hunched up by your ears, the shoulders are constantly down away from the ears. I like to keep my elbows bent because I find that when I straighten the arms, shoulders get thrust forward. So use the strength in the arms. All the time, imagine someone's pulling your chest forward. Shoulders down, looking forwards, keeping the legs strong, also keeping a bit of tension in your abdominals, strong to support the back. One more breath in. Now you can put the weight into the arms and lower yourself down slowly to the ground. Wait till you get right down to the ground before you push into the hands. Walk the hands back, sit back into the swan, and that's going to feel so good after that back bend. So really sit your bottom deeply into your heels, bring your forward to the ground, or back of the hands, or on a cushion. Breathe into the ribs. Open up your wings here. So see how wide you can make this back body, these back ribs expand. These wings expand as you breathe in and breathe out. Then you can do a few releasing breaths here out through the mouth, breathing in through the nostrils, filling your body with air, creating space internally, and then breathe out, let it all go. Okay. Also, which is nice to do after a back bend is we'll come into downward dog, but only briefly, just to see how that feels for the spine. So keeping the arms extended out in front of you, fingers spread wide, come up onto all fours. Breathing out. Breathing in, tuck the toes under, breathing out, lifting the knees off the ground, See how that feels to just get lots of length in the spine after that strong back bend. Good. And then we're just going to walk the feet towards the hands. And again, just bring the hands behind you, bring the bottom to the ground. However which way you want to bring yourself back to where we kind of started, I suppose. It's nice to make a circle. So, legs out in front. Extend the fingers towards the toes. And let's keep breathing in and out through the nostrils as we slowly as you can. Make that last bit of effort. It's going to be really easy after this. You don't have to do very much. So just make this last bit of effort. Strong abdominals. And when you make this effort, really give yourself to it. Then when you do reach the ground, you just start to feel it as your back reaches the ground. And then when your head gets there, it's like, oh, yes, I made it. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Make sure the back of the neck is nice and long, so the chin is slightly tucked in. Just take a moment here in Shavasana. And either close your eyes to bring your focus more inwards, or if you have something beautiful to look at, then you can just look at the sky or something in the space. Again, this receptive pose, the arms are open, the palms are facing the ceiling or the sky, the feet are out to the side, space between the heels, so the hips can relax, everything is just open. If this does not feel relaxing and comfortable because of your back, then bend your knees and you can put the feet on the ground and let the knees fall together. Or the hands on the body or off the body. We'll just lie in Shavasana for a second and then okay. Just to finish though, let's just hug the knees, just to, if any last little bits of tension, you might want to hug the knees, rock and roll a little bit, just to ease out any last little bits of tension. Put the feet on the ground. And in fact, we'll just do a little bit of we'll do a little twist here. So make sure the feet are comfortable distance away and have them quite wide on the mat. Extend the arms out to the side, palms flat down on the ground. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just let the knees fall to the right, head goes over to the left. And we're just going to move with our breath. Breathing in, lift the head and the knees to center. Breathing out, the knees go down to the left and the head goes over to the right. So we're just moving with the breath. This feels really nice. You can do this with your eyes closed. So, it's good to do it with your eyes closed because you're much more likely to keep your focus on what you're doing. Because if you give your mind a little chance, it will carry you off, you'll be carried off on some little train of thought. So often if your eyes are gazing around, your attention is just like, so closing your eyes and just focusing on your breath and your body, enjoying that release that's coming into your spine just by breathing and moving. But you can bring your attention really into focusing on your center, on your spine, on your nervous system, on your breath. Just become more intimately aware of yourself. This is why I practice. This is why whenever I do anything is to become more aware of myself, self-inquiry, and trying to find out who I really am, not who I think I am. This is a lifelong process. We're in the long game here. So then just let the legs slide away. We're going to come into a relaxation. You can choose if you want to lie in Shavasana. This is obviously, one of the most important postures. Some of you may need to put a pillow underneath your head, a small one, just to keep your neck in a good position. And if you don't feel comfortable, or if you prefer doing something else, if you feel like you need to get your legs up on a piece of furniture, on a chair or a sofa, please do that. Or on semi-supine. Or some of you may even prefer to be in the goddess and leave you extra one. This is a lovely position, particularly if you need that release there in the hips. And I would probably say put some cushions underneath your knees there. So choose the position, hands on or off the body again if you feel like you need an extra bit of healing there in our relaxation. We'll spend a few moments here on the ground. So just to feel the ground, breathing in through the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth. We'll take a couple of minutes here. And just let your body soften, allow it. It's only going to be a few minutes that you're saying to your mind and everything else that's kind of wants to get your attention, say, okay, just give me a few minutes. I want to just give myself to this relaxation practice. And then you can come in and do your busyness afterwards. So notice that, notice those tendencies of the mind to go into planning, to go into judgment, to go into, going back to the past, going back to some fantasy. It's actually not, unless we're present with the breath, with actually where we are right now, then it's all fantasy. So let's get real. Feel the body sinking into the ground. Feel the weight and length of the limbs, the arms and legs on the ground. Feel the breath coming in and out through the nostrils. Yeah, feel yourself at ease. I invite you just to relax, let go of everything. Soft, easy breath coming in and out through the nostrils. Imagine that breath, that air that's coming in and out. It's just softening, and like stroking you inside and out, just reassuring and holding you. Feel that breath is also like the flow of energy moving, your life force. Feel it like the ocean. So feel as almost as you inhale softly, soft ocean wave coming up right over your whole body. And as you breathe out, that ocean wave is just washing you clean. Anything you don't want, just washing away, removing all those obstacles to your true nature, your well-being, wholeness. So inhale, breathing in, the wave coming up over the body, reviving and refreshing. And as you breathe out, it's just cleaning and cleansing the whole body. Soft, easy breath. Feel yourself held by this earth. Know that this body is earth, came from the earth. And so the bell, the chime rings out to revivify us. If we're in the Shavasana, the corpse, we come back to life. We let go of the body and then we bring ourselves back to life. Maybe we notice how we feel different. If we feel different from the beginning, I hope you do. I hope that this has given you some space, some bit more freedom, a bit more clarity, anything you need, or just a bit of comfort and a bit of connection, which, this is what we're really looking for. So just give yourself a stretch on the ground, breathe a little bit, move your body, breathe, feel your energy, yes. Breathe in deeply to wake the body up. Maybe you want to roll onto the side, you want to roll around a little bit. Yeah, do what feels good, explore. Okay, and if you want to come back to seated, we're just going to rub the body a little bit. And as we do that, just watching ourselves, being appreciative of this body, of the reality of this. Embrace the open-endedness of the human situation, as Pema Chodran says. Rub the palms together, create some heat and energy, put the focus of attention to this little fire we're making, and place those hands over the heart center. Just draw that into the heart space and give it a bit of love, nurture. Give it a smile if you want to have extra turbo power. And bring to mind your sankalpa. This is a Sanskrit term which might translate as a loving thought for yourself, or an affirmation, or an intention. So that should be positively framed as a sentence in a few words. And say that to yourself, take it deep into your heart and just give it warmth, energy, and your attention. Power of your attention. Good. Namaste. Thank you so much for being with me today. Thank you so much for your lovely supportive comments. And please let me know if you have, if you want to write me a few words to tell me how it's going, how your yoga practice is going. I love to hear from you and love to know what benefits you have felt from these practices, because it helps to keep me going. I think it's, you know, this is doing something worthwhile. So see you again, I hope, and have a great day, whatever you're doing. Enjoy the sunshine. Bye-bye.